to wait till.
As much as I would love to.
I know. All right.
Love to. You got belly?
It's getting looser.
Is that good or bad?
No, I've been working out like.
Oh,
crazy.
okay.
Yeah, I've been eating calorie deficient, and yeah, it's been going good.
Hell
Went
yeah.
running today, so that was good as well.
I saw your post.
Yeah.
Good morning, Warriors.
Is that how you read it?
That it could be read so many different ways.
It
How
could.
do you say it through? Like,
Oh, that's a good question.
yeah. What are
Good.
you saying when you?
This is how I feel. I said,
Okay.
Good morning, Warriors.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's badass.
Yeah.
Is this how we're starting, or have we started yet?
We're recording, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to Wesam's World, ladies and gentlemen. Every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Adobe Radio. Hey, listen, if you are listening right now live on Adobe Radio, hit us up on Instagram at Wesam's World or at Wesam Quiche or Twitter and say, hey, I'm listening live. Here's a screenshot, or I'm liking the show, or I hate you so much. Whatever you like.
Yeah.
Whatever feels you have that day, let us know. I'm going to start taking listener questions again, I've decided.
Okay.
Listener questions, advice, and what would Wesam do segment would be great, because I don't think the show's narcissistic enough with Wesam's World. I think now I have to compare it to the what would Jesus do thing.
WWWD.
Yeah. Which sounds like a website now.
Yeah.
Big thank you to all of our new subscribers on YouTube as well. Thank you for following us there. We appreciate you. Well, we've had some great episodes come up. I'm not sure where this one lands right as of now.
It's
It's somewhere.
You've either seen Sophie Turner
Right.
or Guys Night.
Right. We don't know.
We don't know.
We're banking these. First of all, I got to announce again, you're looking sharp with a new shirt.
Thank you.
It's looking great.
Thank you.
What prompted this new, like, I'm stylish Peyton, you know?
The haircut.
The haircut. Yeah.
Because I would hide it in a beanie, and so I need outfits that work with a beanie.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't work with a beanie. Imagine a nice button-up shirt and then I throw on a beanie.
No.
It just doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
I could make a very bold fashion statement, though.
What's
and
that?
throw on the beanie.
Oh, you could.
But
You know what? You could pull it off. Yeah.
thank you.
Here's
I'm
the thing.
flattered. But
Here's the thing. Most people can pull off most things. You just got to own it.
okay.
Yeah. And act like you know something that nobody else knows.
Right.
And that's the intrigue right there.
yeah.
That's a life lesson right there.
That is a life lesson.
Yeah.
Right there.
Pretend you know stuff that other people don't know.
Amen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To flat earthers everywhere.
To flat earthers, to reptilian believers. Bro, I watched or I was listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson on the Joe Rogan podcast, which, you know, I didn't think he was going to come back on again, because I don't know if you've seen the last time he was on.
No, what happened? Did they do something?
No, I just don't think. Okay, let me just break this down for
Okay.
everybody listening out there. Podcasting in a public format, or having a conversation in a public format, there is a certain amount of technique I've learned that you actually have to do with it.
Yeah.
One of those things, and I'm guilty of this in the past, is interrupting your guest.
Uh-huh.
And if you just YouTube Neil deGrasse Tyson interrupts Joe Rogan, it's like I don't know how long, 15, 20-minute compilation of just him, like, interrupting him. And, dude, he's getting progressively more annoyed, Joe Rogan is. And, yeah, I didn't think he'd come back on, but he came back on, and it was nice again. He has a very, not soothing, but very engaging voice to talk about science.
Yeah.
And he simplifies things enough where you're like, okay, he makes a point there.
Yeah.
Or if you just think he's a shill that works for NASA and the government, and you're just gonna not listen to anything he says.
There's that too.
There's that life choice and perspective.
There is. Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's gonna get you, but I don't know.
Friends.
Probably friends.
Friends.
Maybe another life view on the world that not many other people will experience, which is totally fine too.
Gonna go. Yeah.
Gonna go, yeah.
I was gonna say go see the ice wall,
The ice wall, yes.
except you ain't.
Because it doesn't exist. Or does it? We don't have any photos of it, though. Because they won't allow photos of it.
That's right.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Just turn into a trash talking intro.
No, man, I don't care. Yeah, I went to the mountain again this morning, which was great.
Nice.
Hadn't been there in a while.
Yeah.
And I felt better about going knowing that there wasn't a hallway patrol person at the bottom telling people you can't go on this side of the hike because COVID. So that was much more soothing.
COVID's residing on that side of the mountain.
Right. So that's why they're not allowing people to go
Yeah.
on that side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other side's vaccinated. Right
Of
side.
course. Of course.
Yeah.
I will say this. I did encounter something very interesting on the hike up. And
P22.
I wish. I do not wish that. I did see a skunk today,
Nice.
a rabbit,
Nice.
and a little bird that looks like a rock. And it always is on the pathway up to Wisdom Tree. In that little driveway. It's like an actual road, and it's always on the road, and it looks like a little rock until you get closer, and it flies away. I also smelled fresh urine on the trail, and I was like, "Oh snap! There was a bigger animal here. I can smell it." You know urine smell?
I don't.
You don't know urine smell?
Well, I don't know if like I'm just walking up a mountain. I go, an animal was here.
You don't?
No.
Really?
I don't think you got some nature instinct that I just don't. I would just be like, that stinks. On my way.
Yeah, I mean, you smell piss, and then you're alone on a mountain. I mean, I just immediately go, okay, there's an animal there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I was a tracker in my past life.
Maybe.
Yeah. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Past lives.
Past lives.
Okay, what do you think, if you believed in past lives, if they existed, do you think you were anybody special in a past life? Do you think you were a woman in a past life? Do you think you were an animal of some sort in a past life?
I don't know.
Yeah?
Never thought about that.
Yeah.
I love the thing about like birthmarks
Mm.
is the place where like you died
Yes.
in your past life. It's
Yeah.
my favorite. I love that.
That is so not like then everybody would have a
I know.
birthmark.
I know.
More people would have birthmarks.
I know. But I knew
Or
a
would
guy
they?
who had like a birthmark like down like a big like red thing like down
Yeah.
the side of his face. I was like, oh, he went out like he was in war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Or
a jealous husband. Or a jealous
war's cooler.
husband. War is a lot cooler. War is definitely
Went
a lot
in
cooler.
battle and like got burned but kept going.
Yeah.
This guy's a cop now, by the way. And
Oh.
he's like 7 feet tall.
Really?
So he's, yeah,
Do you have a picture of him?
could kill me. Yeah. I'll show you after.
Yeah. That's a great size to be in a position where you have to be in kind of some kind of enforcement.
Oh, yeah.
6'7" is a great size for that. That is so menacing. Like, you think not only twice before doing anything, you're like, okay, how do I not do anything?
Yeah.
to get this guy upset.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen shorter cops too. What's the shortest cop you've seen? I've seen a cop that was probably like 5'2".
I don't know.
Yeah. I've seen a
don't
cop that
know.
was like just a little over 5'.
I've encountered a very skinny cop.
Oh.
Yeah. They pulled me over in Kansas
Yeah.
once. Yeah. They were a twig. They were like me.
Dude, shut up.
I was like, okay. That's why you're on traffic patrol. They don't have you hunting the criminals. What are you going to do, man?
Wow. Wow. But that's still pretty dangerous traffic.
Yes. I'm not
Traffic
saying
stops
that
are
traffic patrolmen, like, you're worthless. or anything. I'm not saying that, but
I something that bothers me is seeing an overweight cop.
interesting.
I get so annoyed when I see that.
Yeah.
Or, listen, I know we want to hire people for security stuff,
Right.
but when I see like a really old lady working security at Ralph's, okay.
This is too specific to be something you're just coming up with. Is there a really old security lady at Ralph's? Okay.
Yeah, there's a really old
What is she going to do?
Like
She's going to go, stop!
She wouldn't dare say anything.
She just writes it down like 12:06. Man ran out with shirt. 2 p.m. Backpack stolen.
Nothing I could ever.
Nothing I could do.
Nothing I could do. Call the cops.
Now, if it's another old lady stealing, like old lady and the security guard old lady, that's when it gets into a tussle.
Ooh, then she's gonna assert her dominance there.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a story of a. Gosh. I called the cops this weekend when I was at In-N-Out.
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, I'll tell you right after the break.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, right after the breaks.
All right. Great cop story from In-N-Out.
Yeah.
So, I had to call the cops when I was at the In-N-Out a few days ago.
Nice.
Because I get out of my car. I'm going to the line that's outside because sometimes that's shorter than the car line.
Right.
And I see or I hear screaming across the street at the bus stop. And everybody just has their phones out and just videoing. And this Hispanic homeless lady is screaming at this other guy, and he's hooded. And she keeps pushing him away, saying, "Leave me alone, leave me alone." And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Guys, nobody's stepping in, nobody's... And then I realized, oh, she's super crazy because she starts hitting the guy.
Uh-huh.
And she starts hitting herself.
Oh.
Yeah, and the guy's just like, I don't know what they were fighting about. This goes on for, while I was there, 5-10 minutes still.
Yeah.
Finally, nobody's calling cops. I'm like, I gotta call the cops. So I called the cops, tell them what was going on. I made sure to say that, hey, she was hitting herself and the guy, just in case they get there and they're like, see bruises on her, and this guy never hit her once.
Right.
But I was like, damn, this might escalate. Nobody called the cops or anything. And what bothered me was the security at In-N-Out wasn't doing anything about it either. I know he's supposed to just secure In-N-Out, but
yeah, he's like, it's not In-N-Out property.
Right.
Not my problem.
You're not going to call the cops at least?
Yeah.
It's close to the property.
Yeah.
Anyway, I get my food. I'm home, and it's 30 minutes now since I called the cops.
Mm-hmm.
And then they call me back, and they're like, hey, did you call? I guess it's the police dispatcher, or there's a second dispatcher. And I'm like, yeah, I called. They're like, are you still there? I'm like, no, I got my food and left. And that was what was happening when I went. They're like, okay, we'll send an officer out. I'm like,
it's too late probably now.
right. I know it's not an emergency,
right.
but this thing could have escalated to a certain degree, which it did not feel okay.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I mean, she's doing harm to herself and she's hitting a dude. The dude had a stick with him. What if he just snapped and started beating her with a stick?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to jump into that.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they were fighting about, but geez, it just bothered me so much that nobody really cared.
Mm-hmm.
I felt really sad too I don't know what their situation, what they're going through, but very sad, man. Very sad times we live in. Do you take your phone out if the shit's going down, or you walk away? What do you do?
Shit's never gone down around me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think you would do?
I don't know. I mean, the worst thing that happened is there was just a wreck in front of my apartment. And do you remember that? Won't go into it, but
I'm going to have to say it. Is that okay?
Sure.
You saw a dead body. A motorcycle crash.
Bad.
Bro.
So if we want to go off of that situation, no. I did not pull out my phone and take a photo
Oh, my gosh.
of a dead person. Now, I know that's the most extreme it can get, but
It's not the most
it's
extreme.
not.
No.
Somebody dying isn't the most extreme.
Some being murdered in front of you would be a little bit more extreme.
That's-
Yeah. There's a few other things I don't want to say on air.
I'm just talking death in general.
Violence, I think, there's some... death is up there.
I think death is... Somebody dying, I think, is the peak it can get to.
What about torture without dying?
It's a debate, but you're still living. I don't know.
That's what I mean.
I know. Good thing I brought a special guest, Jigsaw. Come on in.
Oh, he's on
Jigsaw. He puts people in traps and says they appreciate life more. He comes in on a tricycle.
Bro, those movies are so insane.
I love those movies, though.
The amount of ingenuity is so absurd.
The story, absurd. Makes no sense, but God, they're fun.
You know what film I had to fast forward through that was too disturbing for me to watch?
Oh.
Hostel.
Never seen it. I know about it, though.
Bro, too much. Hey, way too much with Hostel. Like the stuff with the eye being pulled out, and it's a place where guys get off on torturing other people, and they kidnap them and torture them, and they perform like open surgery on them while they're still alive.
Good. It's good.
Who's right?
Is this the plot? Is this
what?
Is that just the plot?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what Hostel is. It's
Yeah.
freaking so disturbing. Yeah. That baby is disturbing. I forget that we have that baby. It's still there. Hey, guys, okay.
What?
I got to say this on air.
Uh-oh.
And I appreciate all my loving fans for this podcast. I really do. I love them all to death. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I got to make an announcement. I didn't really adopt a kid.
Is this still going?
Yes. I didn't adopt a kid.
Damn.
So if you're still commenting
Sorry.
or messaging me about my kid, I don't have a kid. I never adopted one. That was actually Jasmine Savoy Brown's baby picture.
Yeah.
So that was the prank.
That was a good prank. It's better than her prank.
Of course, she's horrible at pranks.
Wait, is this not the first prank she's tried to pull?
No.
Oh, what are other ones?
The banana thing. Honestly.
Yeah, I knew the banana thing.
Oh.
But you said there were others.
Oh, I guess it's not so much pranks, but she tried. The whole reason I did that was she tried to rub in my face that she had more followers than me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but she bought them, and they're all like bots and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. She pays
Yeah.
people to follow her.
Nasty.
I don't do that. Did you say nasty?
Nasty. And I'm sticking by it. It's nasty.
Nasty.
Nasty. You buy followers?
That's
nasty.
Nasty. Jasmine buys followers.
Nasty.
Nasty.
That's on a shirt when we make.
Nasty. There's so many shirts. By the way, when I went to Sky Park Adventureland, remember that?
Yes.
Let me tell you something, buddy. Mrs. Claus came up to me.
Uh-huh.
I never went up to her or anything. She came up to me.
Yeah.
And she said, "Wow, you look so cozy." And I was wearing my red flannel, my beanie, I had my I was like, "Oh, yeah, I am cozy. I'm the cozy king. I love cozy things, man. I'm the cozy. That's the new shirt, too. Cozy king. I love it."
And how did Mrs. Claus reply?
She was very positive.
Oh, okay.
She was hitting on me a little bit, I think.
Damn.
Now,
Watch out. Santa's going to get you.
I don't, no,
Dude.
I'll keep that under wraps. Me and Mrs. Claus. Are you kidding me?
You just made it public, though, on the
Dude.
show. He's a big listener. SC, big listener to the show.
Does he have a middle name?
Hey, Siri. What's Santa Claus's middle name?
Okay.
Okay, I found this on the web for what's Santa Claus's middle name. Check it out.
Nicholas?
I know. Are we saying it's Nicholas?
Saint Nicholas? Santa?
Saint Nicholas
Claus?
Claus?
Santa Claus? Santa Nicholas
Sa-
Claus?
Okay, it's taking me to santatracker.net. So, do they know?
I
Does
don't
Santa
know.
have a middle name? A lot of people around the world have middle names. And Santa has been called a lot of different names, like Kris Kringle.
Oh.
Santa Claus does not have a middle name,
Okay.
according to santatracker.net.
But .net. They couldn't afford .com.
Is .net better or worse?
Absolutely worse.
It is?
I just made that up.
Oh, okay.
I'm just making a choice.
.org is the peak. You got .org, you official.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I feel like everybody gets .com. .com.
That's
everybody
baseline.
.com.
That's baseline. You got to have .com.
I know, but that's why I feel
Apple.com?
like .net is like a little step up because
No.
there's not a lot of .nets, I feel like.
I'm .au, Australia.
Oh.
How funny would that be? or .gov. If you
Dot,
get
okay,
.gov,
there's a .gov. Yeah, .gov.
you know you're doing
Now
some-
you're important.
yeah. Not anybody could get a .gov. I'm
Not
assuming.
anybody can get WeSimsWorld.gov.
Huh?
We're secret spies.
We'd be the worst spies. I got a great book on being a spy. It's really, really cool.
Wait, is there a real book?
Yeah, it's based on a CIA spy
And he
officer.
teaches you how to be a spy? Is that what
Yeah,
you...
like what?
Okay.
Like how to do spy things, and it's really interesting. And
Okay.
he talks about stories of him in the CIA, and obviously a lot of names and locations have changed because
Yeah.
yeah,
This sounds like a children's book.
it's not children's.
I know. Like, how to be a spy.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know? Step 1, sneaky. Step 2, disguise. Step 3, finish the mission.
It got so dark.
It gets like really dark near chapter 3. And kids are like, oh my God.
Oh my god, I have to kill my.
Were you around during like the peak of spy toys?
from the movie Spy Kids? Or no?
No, not like, maybe it was Spy Kids that like started it, but like
Okay.
there was like an uprising in spy toys. You might have been too old,
No,
But,
no.
okay.
I know exactly what you're talking
but
about.
it
yeah.
lasted for a little bit. And like
Yeah.
I got so many spy toys as a kid.
Yeah.
Lots from Dollar General.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You know, they go in waves. What's trendy with the kids? You know, like
Yeah.
fidget spinners were a big thing.
Yeah.
Were you around, or was there a time in your childhood where yo-yos were big?
No, I mean like they weren't like, it wasn't like, holy shit, he's got a yo-yo. Like, was this a thing?
Dude, in middle school,
Oh my gosh.
there was a period of time where light up yo-yos and doing yo-yo tricks was back. But these yo-yos,
Okay.
holy crap, they were incredible.
Gotcha.
Or at least I thought they were incredible. And like seeing ones that lit up, and then this is a bumblebee, and then doing the different types of tricks. And
Yeah.
oh, dude.
We had people try to make yo-yos cool. Like we would have like a 40-year-old man come to the assembly and he'd do like yo-yo tricks, and then at the end he'd be like, ask your parents money to buy my yo-yos. And then
What?
and then there was one guy at Barnes and Noble. He did like yo-yo tricks for like 20 minutes, and then he was like, buy my yo-yos.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was one big thing. Pokemon, there was a rage for that growing up.
Yeah.
I missed the Beanie Baby thing because I was around
Yeah.
while it was going, but I never participated.
I was
should
the
say.
Webkins generation. Do you know what that is?
No.
You don't know what Webkins is?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. This is funny to me.
Okay.
Just because, okay, so Webkins, you're going to be like, that's like a scam. Yes, but it's genius. So what would happen was there was an online website. Do you know Club Penguin?
Yes.
Webkins came first. Club Penguin copied Webkins. It was like an online world where you were an animal and you interacted with other people.
Okay.
Children's social playground.
Right.
Played mini games with your friends and stuff.
I said grite, by the way. just
Grite.
now. Grite.
So
Right.
in order to enter this world of Webkins, you had to go to Hallmark. You had to buy a $15 stuffed animal, a real stuffed animal, which then had a code that you would enter into the website online, and your stuffed animal would come digitally to life. And that was your pet you adopted. And you could dress them up, make a house for them, play games with your friends, go to little clubhouses with your friends. Webkins was the shit. And so, what did all of us do as kids? Ask our parents, oh, can I get like another Webkins? So probably like $120 in stuffed animals later. And I got like 5 Webkins pets. Yeah.
Oh.
So in order to access this little online world, you got to go buy the stuffed animal first. Now, some people would just rip off the tags off the stuffed animals and take that home.
Oh.
So that was good. I had friends that did that.
Tamagotchis. Did you know those?
Yeah. Yeah.
Those were really
I never owned one, but I had friends.
the concept of keeping a digital pet on a keychain made it so cool and it was just obviously that we didn't have phones, but it's like, yeah, this is my pet, and like checking in on it, feeding it.
That's genius, though.
It is so genius, and it makes me. There's a little bit of nostalgia that comes up with it.
Yeah.
But then I think of the kids nowadays.
Yeah.
There's so much available to them all at once.
Right.
How do you pick and choose? How do the parents mitigate what you're allowed to interact with? Because let's be real.
Okay.
You can't give a middle schooler an iPhone. If they have an iPhone,
They have an iPhone though.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, that is so dangerous to do.
Right.
They could literally look up anything.
Mm-hmm.
That is not okay. That kind of power in a middle schooler is so detrimental. They're just gonna look up porn. They're just gonna look at the most insane stuff online.
Yeah.
They're gonna be, if there's no boundaries in the beginning, dude, that could really screw a lot of kids up. And you're gonna be 13 and have an Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Why? I'm trying to think of when I was
pics.
Take pics.
Take
pics. Let's sell your information. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
iPhone with the new. Hey, is this app allowed to track your searches on other websites? I click no, but
it always does anyway.
I click no, but
That's
let's
also
see.
Bro, that's something that kills me when they're like, this vaccine, they're putting a microchip in it. And
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, bro, do you have one of these?
You already have a chip.
You know how I know you have one of these? Because that's what you're using to post this video on online right now.
Yeah.
They can hear and see everything
Yeah.
you're doing. Everything, dude. That's the stupidest stuff. Like, why would they put a chip in you and like manufacture billions of chips and like needles and everything, and then every nurse has to be in on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
A chip the size of, I don't even know.
Right, and then
Because I see the vial. It's clear.
Then they would have to program the chip to be like, okay, this is going in Peyton Griffith.
Right.
So that, and then they have to like, okay, this one's going into Peyton. It's 21215678243. Okay, is it on? Great.
Right.
And what the hell is it running on?
Yeah.
First of
how
all,
does it power?
Because if
power off blood vessels.
Right. If it's going through a syringe, that's small.
Yeah. It's got to be literally the size of a germ. It is a chip that you can only see in a microscope.
Okay, that's not a lot of battery power. So does it run on your heat, or what is it?
I know.
Anyway. Dude, this is so insane. I get here. You know what the crazy thing is about conspiracy theorists? I understand on the surface level why they believe a lot of the stuff they believe. Are you tired too? I'm really sleepy today as well.
Yeah. I didn't recover from the computer fiasco yet.
Yeah.
We'll get there, though.
We'll get there. You know what? Let's do it. When it's just me and you, we should just do these episodes later on in the day.
Yeah.
Is 11 too early?
I don't care.
Oh.
I mean, we could do it at 2 a.m. All I care. And drink and have a blast. Speaking of just beer over there right now. Let's go!
Let's go! We're in college again, man. These are the best years of our lives. We start crying. I was like, well, what's going on here? The show took a turn. Oh, I'm also excited to mention I talked to Jonte over coffee.
Yes, he's out of rehab. I'm proud of him.
I'm proud of him too.
I'm proud of him.
Out of rehab.
Yeah.
Isaiah's still at the mental asylum.
That's okay. It might be better if we just leave him there.
He was so stupid at guys' night.
Being a dad, I think, is just it's too much.
Yeah, I think he's gonna lose it, dude. No, what was I saying? Jonte has agreed to do episodes with us where we talk about movies that you don't like, he likes, and vice versa.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think those would be great.
There's
great
a
to do.
lot more movies that most people hate that I like. I'll throw out there if that makes it easier.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot more. I find I'm the minority for a lot of movies
May I ask anything off the top of your head that you absolutely do not like?
that I do not like.
Yeah. Or wait, that you said there's very few that you like.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
So
gotcha.
I have a bunch where the vast majority hates the movie, but I love the movie. One I'm thinking of right now is Suicide Squad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody hates that movie. It's just a fun time for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in the middle. I'm indifferent.
Yeah.
Honestly, with those kinds of-
Oscar-winning movie, Suicide Squad.
What did it win an Oscar for? Makeup?
Visual, makeup.
Oh,
Killer
wow.
Croc.
Wow.
Beat out Star Trek, which everybody thought was gonna win.
Wow.
Yeah,
Not bad. Wow.
yeah.
I am indifferent because I don't read comic books, but I know there is such a long canon with just in general with any kind of comic book story you want to tell or a comic book hero or whatever or a villain. So there's a lot of information. And to get that within 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
good luck, bro.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
That's such a crazy amount of storytelling to do with, like, when you have books and books and books and books, it's like, okay, what part do we want to tell? What parts do we have to change, you know?
Right.
So I'm kind of like in the middle of that one. You know, I haven't finished the Avengers stuff.
You should.
I've seen clips. I already know how it ends. I've seen all the endings for every single one on YouTube.
If somebody doesn't know how it ends, we're past giving spoiler warnings for Avengers Endgame.
Right.
If it gets spoiled for you, that's on you. You've had so much time.
Where do they go from here now that they've done is there an ultimate bad guy still after this?
They're trying.
Okay.
They've announced like the next phase of movies and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, they're ending with Fantastic Four in this next phase. We're trying again. Third time's the charm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's some stuff you're like, how can we make this cool?
Yeah. I think once the Spider-Man story wraps up, that's the last one I'm really invested in. Unless Shang-Chi just knocks it out of the park and is completely badass, then maybe I'll be invested. But like the Eternals, I don't even know what that is. I haven't watched the trailer. Something called like Marvel's Eternals came out or something. And are you admiring how buff you are? What's going on?
Sorry, I just got like severe, like not severe chills, but like goosebumps everywhere. I don't know why. That was
It's
weird.
me talking about Marvel.
Probably.
I know. I just really sell it.
You do.
I know. Nobody really cared about this trailer that came out for like, I know a lot of people are going to say the opposite, but I think the Marvel train might be starting to slow down a little. This is the first trailer in a long time, like something's come out, and I've heard a lot of people just say like, what? I'm not really interested.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. Yeah. Are we burnt out? Because, I mean, you're right. Where do we go from here? We've wrapped up in the best way we could wrap up. Like 25 movies leading up to this point. You managed to get all the characters together for this movie. How do you top that?
That's what I mean. Also, the TV shows that are coming out. As
Yeah.
well, on
I
top of
watched
that.
WandaVision. I never finished Falcon and Winter Soldier. Not because I didn't want to, but just because I feel burnt out.
Yeah. Fair. Yeah, and I don't know who else is because a lot of people now, I just realized, maybe they are being introduced to these characters through the movies first, not from the comic books.
Right.
Is that a possibility?
Oh, yeah, that's how. Oh, yeah, I don't read comics.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then it's like, okay, now that you've done this, where do we go? Oh, I'll tell you a film that I was really disappointed in. Indiana Jones, the last one they did.
I could have told you that.
Yeah, because
I could tell you maybe getting 70-year-old Harrison Ford to try to capture the charm of his younger self in an Indiana Jones movie might not be the best idea, but they're making another one with him in it. Did you know that?
No, I didn't have a problem with that. I honestly didn't have a problem with the the whatever the log line pitch, like the crystal skull. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, yeah, that's in the realm of the Indiana Jones thing. What you have what's the Temple of Doom, right? Okay, you've got like jungle magic voodoo
Yeah.
stuff, creepy.
That's
Get
where it just went crazy.
wasn't that the first one?
No, Raiders of the Lost Ark was the
Okay.
first one, and that one's badass.
Okay, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Cool. Oh, awesome. Something
Yeah.
to do with like, a really historical piece,
Yeah.
and it got people like talking about it, and like you heard about it in the
Right.
Bible, except like that was okay. Cool. Now the Temple of Doom, that stuff. Cool. Now
Yeah.
we live in a universe where all these things we think don't exist, like magic and all this stuff,
Yeah.
and historical things, they do exist. And then the
Last Crusade.
Last Crusade, my favorite.
Yeah.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a lot of people's favorite.
yeah.
Sean Connery and Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Their chemistry together. They
It's
just
great.
kill it.
Yeah. Okay, great. Another Bible thing, but that's fine. I'm really jamming that down.
Indiana
people's-
Jones, too much Bible.
No, but then the Crystal Skull one, I was like, oh, yeah, I've actually heard about the Crystal Skulls. That actually lives in the realm of what I think like would be in there. So
Yeah.
great, I can't wait to see it. But you want to know what bothered me?
I didn't even see it.
Oh, you didn't see it?
I don't care, but you can spoil it for me.
It wasn't the acting.
Mm-hmm.
It was some of the directorial choices
Mm-hmm.
would have worked back when Indiana Jones's movies first came out.
Yeah.
And this specifically. They have like 20 guys, army men from like Russia, shooting at him, and no one hits him.
They don't even pull that shit in the original Indiana Jones. It's very like kind of one-on-one combat if you
Yeah.
think about it. He's not taking on an entire army. I mean, like in the end, he's got like the rocket launcher and Raiders of the Lost Ark, and like they're all down there. But I can't think he's not pulling 007.
Yeah, he's
Stuff.
literally running away in a warehouse
Yeah.
from 20 Russian hardcore soldiers. Trained soldiers. And no one hit. Literally, imagine like if you're Harrison Ford running away.
And I'm
It's-
70.
But yeah, it's like like there's
Yeah.
bullets there, and it's like, no,
Right.
he's supposed to be dead right now.
Yeah.
There is no way. And then he gets into the fridge,
I've seen that scene. The nuke scene.
and if the fridge honestly wasn't moving,
Yeah.
like it just hit up against the wall, or like, okay, that thing twirls.
It soars. It's sent to a different dimension. And it bounces.
That's the part
And
I'm
he
like,
gets out.
gets out totally fine. And I'm like, no, you can't do that.
He's 70.
I've suspended my disbelief long and like enough to where like
Yeah.
crystal skulls exist, blah blah blah, but you can't have him be immortal.
Right.
You just can't.
Right.
And the fact that dude, my dad fell from a 12-foot ladder and broke his spine and almost died.
Yeah.
You're telling me this guy's in a fucking like, don't take me out of the movie like that.
Right.
You can have extreme stuff, but it has to live in this
I
world.
think their intention was to go as batshit crazy as possible. And in a way, they succeeded.
Sure, if that's your intention, but
Yeah.
it does take you out of the movie.
Right.
And I'm allowed, like, I get it. I'm going to the movies, guys.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking this is a documentary or a live stream.
Right.
I get that. I'm all for that. I go in there going, cool. I have to pretend this is going to be fake.
Yeah.
But hey, you got to set up boundaries within the film. Otherwise,
Right.
well, why don't have dinosaurs come in at this point, right? That's my thing.
Yeah.
That's my thing with it.
There's a way to do old Harrison Ford correctly. And they've done it in 2 other films. In this new Indiana Jones film, I think the only way to go about it is to pass it to like a younger generation or something.
Yes.
You know, they did it in Star Wars with the Han Solo thing. They did it in Blade Runner.
Yeah.
You cannot have 70-year-old Harrison Ford be the main hero of this film, okay? I'm not going to take it seriously. I don't care if to this day he could kill me in real life. I'm not going to take it seriously. We got to take a break, by the way.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Yeah. Listen, we'll be back.
With old Harrison Ford.
He's a great actor, and
I love Harrison
I
Ford.
just I have trouble with the directing. I don't know. Hello?
Door's locked, so
All right.
somebody might be trying to get
Trying,
in.
yeah. So, listen, I don't know if it's a directing thing, but it might be a script thing too, where too many cooks again in the kitchen. I don't know what the process was like for
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. And it's such a hard balance to, okay, we got to make this appeal to the people who love the originals,
Right.
but we have to update it a little bit. I just feel like the things you want to appeal with broke his ankle.
I tried holding it away from the mic. I was
I know,
like,
I know. Yeah, there's just some things that we're not going to be okay with. For instance,
Right.
I love Jean-Claude Van Damme. I love Jean-Claude Van Damme. I really do. I love all his films. But when I watch them, I remember I'm watching them from a certain time period.
Yes.
Anyone who takes like 8 kicks to the face and is still standing up,
Yeah. Nah.
no.
Nah.
Hey, no. Okay. You
Yeah.
get kicked once with one of those kicks, like in Bloodsport, that guy's dead.
Yeah.
That guy has a brain hemorrhage and he's
Bloodsport.
bleeding internally. And if you don't get him to a hospital right now,
Yeah.
he will die.
Yeah.
Get him to a hospital.
Yeah.
Dude, unbelievable. Oh, shoot, dude. I can't wait. I cannot wait till we do Bad Movie Night.
I know.
We got to text Isaiah this week. We'll get on the group message right now
Yeah.
after this, and we'll text and see what's the dealio.
I mean, I'm gone this week, but
I mean, we'll just text, but like whenever
Yeah.
you come back, we do it without you. Like, hey, guys.
that's fine. Really been hyping it up for me. But
Anyway.
it's very interesting, though. You mentioned, like, too many cooks and everything. And, like, I forgot what movie I was watching recently, but it was really good. I forgot what movie it was. And I looked up the writer. And it was the writer of the Green Lantern movie, which is universally received as one of the worst superhero films ever made. And it's just one of those things of like, what happened?
Yeah.
What the hell happened? Like, what did the studio do? Because you can write, obviously. I just watched it. Wonder Woman 1984. I thought it was fine, but a lot of people don't like that movie. Everybody from the first film, except for one writer, basically came back for the second film. So
Okay.
it's just like, what happened?
Yeah.
Did this one writer who didn't come back really make the life or death decision for the first movie that made it like a hit?
Right.
You know? Like,
I don't know.
what the hell happened?
There's so many things that go into those processes, and it sucks because there's execs involved who have to have their 2 cents in.
Yeah.
And that's just the way this business is, and it's unfortunate. But
Yeah.
I just wish they would trust the right creatives enough to be like, hey, I trust you.
Right.
I know my name's on this, but let's make sure that we just watch out for this. Hey, there's this problem with this. Well, how are you addressing this thing?
Yeah.
Or do you think it's going to be a problem? Okay.
Yeah.
Because when they've done that, and it's 50-50, sometimes it's been great, and sometimes it just backfires. Where
Yeah.
you have a loose cannon. I'll tell you a bad movie.
Uh-oh.
I saw.
Do I gotta bleep it out or anything? Or
Yeah, I'm still trying to decide if I want to bring this up because
I'm more than happy to bleep it for you, and then we can talk vaguely about it.
yeah, I'm trying to remember the name. It's shoot. If I remember it, I'll bring it up.
Okay.
I'll tell you about a good movie I saw recently
movie.
again.
Here we
It's on
go.
YouTube Red.
Oh, okay.
They bought the rights just to air it on there. Truman Show.
I love Truman Show.
There is something about watching the Truman Show that's almost reminds me of your dreams. When you
Mhm.
have those dreams, and I just love how I don't know, I want that world to be explored more
Yeah.
by the end of it, and I think that's the hallmark of a good movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine they made Truman Show 2. Oh,
Doing what?
exactly. How he's adjusting in the real world now, being famous and everything. Like, oh, it'd be horrible.
Yeah. I
But so many movies are like, second one. Like, everybody's like, where's Joker 2? Where's Joker 2? Let's get Joaquin Phoenix back. Joker 2. It's like, what the fuck do you do? He's in an insane asylum now. We still don't know if any of this actually happened.
yeah.
Where do you go from there?
Also, the concept and the themes that play into it, where what if he said, you know what, I want to go back to my perfect world? And then would people even watch? Because now he knows it's all fake.
Right.
And then it makes you think like, oh shit. There was a part of me that's like, man, that kind of security of just living on this island and everything's perfect all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, kind of. It's not like always perfect, but you're never in real danger,
Yeah.
which is so interesting.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
But I love watching Jim Carrey's exploration of slowly sensing when
Right.
things are like, wait a minute, there's something off here.
Yeah.
Do you remember that first scene where instead of going into work, he goes in that little revolving door, and then he goes back out, and he's just walking around, and he's like
Yeah.
looking at everybody, and
Right. The subtle details in that movie. I love it.
yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Because from an outsider perspective, like, it's so obvious. Like, you know, like where they move him, like, to the side of an ad. They're literally moving him by the shirt so that the ad can be there in the shot, you know. And, like, you just see, like, confusion on his face. Like, okay, this is weird, but he's not thinking much of it.
Yeah.
And we're just on the other end going, like, dude, you in a TV show. Figure it out.
I know. I know. I love the part where he finally escapes and he goes through the fire and then the power plant and all
Yeah.
that stuff, and they're like, you can't go, there's a leak. And he's
Right.
like, shoot. And then his wife, I love how she goes, is there anything I could do to help? Like, she's still playing the character,
Yeah.
right? And they're like, no, you're gonna have to turn around. And they're like, all right, cool. He's like, later, Truman. And he's just like, how do you know my name?
Yeah.
And he tries to run away, and you feel so bad for
Yeah.
him. There are a couple moments where I feel like Jim Carrey was just being Jim Carrey. You know, that little over
Yes,
the top.
yeah. If you're hiring Jim Carrey, he's going to do his Jim Carrey.
Right. So one of the moments, and the moment I'm talking about is in the car where he's like,
Where he starts, like, screaming.
yeah, when his wife's with him.
Right.
But I love the moment where they've captured him. He's back home in the kitchen, and his wife is saying stuff like, you know, maybe just save up for Fiji the next 2 months. Hey, why don't you have a cup of hot coconut? And he's like, who are you
Yeah.
talking to? Why? What does
What
that have
does
to
this
do with
have to
anything?
do with anything?
And I always try to put myself in his shoes. Like, he's just in this this horrible inner conflict, and then his wife's like, why don't you try some cocoa nibs, real cocoa? And he's like,
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
I'm losing my mind. Why are you talking about this?
Yeah.
Are you even listening? And that's so much fun. Like, I'm like, oh, dude, I would love to play that role.
Yeah.
Love to play that role. And I always think about, like, roles like that. I'm like, okay, what would I do to change it up? Or how would I do things differently?
Right.
Or would I do it the same way he's doing it?
I think that's his best role. I know a lot of people would say otherwise. You can go, like, Eternal Sunshine. You can go in everything. But I think Truman Show, because it has a mix of, like, Everything. He shows off his drama. He shows off his comedy. Can be very emotional. Shows off everything. I think that it's such like a one-man show.
Yeah.
Like if people are like, oh, show me Jim Carrey's acting. Be like, watch Truman Show. You're going to get everything. And you'll get his over the top. You'll get his subtle comedy. You'll get...
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what?
his real. That's what he shows people. He's like, this is me.
That's a really good point. That's if you want to know, if you want to get a good sense of Jim Carrey's range, Truman shows it. Truman Show. I loved Eternal Sunshine. That was when I first saw that in high school. I was so depressed. I was like, I cried at the end.
Yeah, no, that's a very normal reaction. But I love that. That caused my depression.
I've watched Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, the second one.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you how many times I watched it as a kid.
I've never seen them. And I know. I've never seen Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. The only scene I've seen from it, and I think it's the perfect scene for somebody who's never seen the film before, is when he's in the elephant.
The rhino, you mean?
The rhino.
Yes.
They think it's about to give birth. And it's the perfect scene. Bro, it makes me want to watch the movie more. I've just never gotten around to it.
Ace Ventura, the second one in particular.
Yeah.
Don't watch. You can watch the first one, but I love the second one because it's him unhindered, and there's. Oh, you were burping. I didn't
sorry.
know what. That's okay. No, I didn't know what you were like. I thought, how are we on time?
We got 8 minutes before we got dipped by on Adobe.
Yeah, man, it's him unhindered.
Yeah.
And it's so insanely comical and ridiculous. I quote that movie with my brothers, and there's a part in it which I absolutely love. And I remember watching that part and just, there's so many good moments. He's chasing the main bad guy in a monster truck, and at some point he just pulls up to the side of him like, they're just pulling up to a traffic light, and he just goes, Cadbury from the consulate, right? Oh, this is weird. Like, it's so a non sequitur, absurd, like such a specific joke, and I lost my shit watching it because I'm like, that's because you're pulling up to somebody like you recognize at a stop, like, oh, Peyton from that place. Oh man, this is weird, right? And it's like in the middle of a chase, and the bad guy's like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's just so good, dude.
You know what movie he like pulls that old Jim Carrey out for? Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, really? Oh yeah, he does go. It looks crazy in it.
Really good in that movie. Everybody's kind of like, why the fuck was Sonic the Hedgehog a really good movie? Like, people are like, that's the video game movie to get it right.
Wow.
Of all fucking movies to get it right.
Whoa.
It was Sonic the Hedgehog. The second one's going to be coming out soon because the first one was a hit. It was really good for some reason.
He's so good at picking bangers.
Yeah.
In his lane, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
He's good at his lane. You know what? People, unfortunately, whenever he goes too serious, is like the Majestic, unfortunately.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's a great
I don't even
concept.
know what that is, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
You've never seen the Majestic either?
No, I haven't even heard of this.
Bro, this is like, you oh, man. Yeah, you need to check out the Majestic. It's such good acting across the board.
Okay.
And it's heartbreaking at times. Just heartbreaking. And you watch it, you're like, whoa, he did good in it. He didn't do bad. But just people wanted
Jim Carrey. Yeah.
Hey,
I lied. It's actually time to say goodbye to
all right.
Adobe.
Adobe listeners, thank you for tuning in. Remember to subscribe to us on YouTube and check us out on all the other platforms if you want to listen to the full episode. Thanks for tuning in live. Seriously, I appreciate you guys all the time. So there is and one more thing I want to talk to you about is, oh my God, Dead
by Daylight?
Dead by Daylight, right?
Yeah.
The Resident Evil.
Nemesis, I know when this airs, this might be 4 weeks too late.
Yeah.
He'll be out by then, maybe, when he's dropping June 15th, whenever this airs. He is a powerhouse. I've been playing him in the public test build.
Oh, yeah?
And it is refreshing. He's not the best killer or anything, but it is refreshing to have a good killer drop. We haven't had one in a long time. One killer where, like, we play them in the public test build and we're like, okay, all around, he is good. He's not the best. He's not up there with, like, the best of the best killers, but he can hold his own. From the survivor's point of view, when he is chasing you, he is sprinting. He is full speed sprinting, and it is terrifying. And then the music kicks in. They made like custom Resident Evil music for him.
Whoa.
And his power is he whips out one of his long tentacles and he can like hit you with it.
Oh.
And there are now AI zombies scattered throughout the map who can attack you as well. Yeah. They went hard for this chapter.
Whoa, so now there's zombies.
There's zombies, and they're actually really smart. People weren't planning on the zombies being as smart as they are.
That makes it better.
When, like, you're chasing somebody, they'll go to, like, the other side of a loop and cut them off and attack you. Like, there's an argument they might be a little too smart right now. For all the things, like, they screw up, they made the zombies, whatever AI, this is the first time they've done, like, bot AI stuff. And they went above and beyond with it. They went too hard for this chapter, but I love it. I'm here for it.
Well, I'm glad they chose Nemesis.
Yes.
A very terrifying killer to come after you.
To make Mads familiar with it, we played through the Resident Evil 3 remake, which was... Yeah.
You played the remake, not the original.
I don't have any access to the original.
Gotcha. I thought you would watch one on YouTube or something like that.
Yeah. The remake, it's kind of viewed as, like, not great. One, because it's really short. We beat it in a day.
Yeah.
We beat it in 3 hours.
Wow. Whoa. Really?
Yeah.
See, yeah, no.
3.5 hours.
The original. Dude, I played the original on PlayStation 1 on Resident Evil Nemesis.
Hell yeah.
And I played that with my cousins, and we could never get past certain points. And I'm like, because I'm always using my gun, and I'm like a kid, so I'm like, how do I get past all these guys?
You don't know to, like, preserve. Yeah, sometimes it's best to just run away.
Right. I just never knew that, and it was so scary to play a game like that because the controls weren't great, and the camera angles weren't
fixed camera angles. Classic.
That's classic, but if you need to get used to that quick.
Yeah.
And when you're playing on PlayStation 1, I mean, the graphics, at that time we thought were cool and great, but like you're looking around, you're like, where do I go sometimes?
We're playing through I've never played the first Resident Evil. And they did like a remaster of the first Resident Evil with like modern graphics and everything. They apparently updated the voice acting, but I couldn't tell you that because it's still horrible.
Yeah.
But they kept the fixed camera angles.
Wow.
And everything. And it's a learning curve because like you'll push like up on the analog stick to go forward, but then the camera angle changes and up is now suddenly backwards. You know, and now I'm turning around again and I'm going in circles.
Yeah.
It was like at the time, I get it. I wish for this remaster they scrapped that. But they wanted to stick with the nostalgia, and a lot of people appreciated that.
Yeah.
But that's always what turned me off from playing the game. I look at the fixed camera angles, and I go, I don't want to deal with that.
I only want to play with those games if I can get the cheats in the beginning. That's the only way I'm going to play.
Yeah.
I don't want to conserve my ammo. I don't want to do anything.
I want unlimited ammo. Give me the flamethrower.
Yeah. Give me the machine gun right in the beginning, and let me have fun playing it that way.
Right.
That way I can just enjoy myself.
Did you finish watching Village?
I'm waiting. Mark Plyer. Yeah, he's on video 9. I'm thinking I'm waiting on the 10th one. We're on Heisenberg. We're about to get to Heisenberg, I think.
Tell him to hurry up.
I know.
Come on.
I want to know all the secrets now with that game
Yeah.
because I feel like there's a ton of little Easter eggs and secrets. And
Yeah.
how is super hard mode on it?
I've never tried it. I don't
Oh
want
my
to.
God. He's playing it on like normal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, how are you going to beat them
Right.
in hard mode?
The platinum is ridiculously insane.
Is that the
for
hardest?
that game. Well, like getting all the trophies in
Oh.
the game, you get that platinum trophy, which means like you've 100% done everything in the game on PlayStation.
Okay.
And there's just so many ridiculous things it wants you to do. You got to play through the game like several different times on hard difficulties, do things in a certain time limit, like get a certain grade on all the like it's
Yeah.
they go hard
Get S
in
rankings
Resident
or
Evil.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's like,
They always like to do their like, all right, now that you're done, do you want to try our batshit crazy
Yeah.
difficulty?
that's so like, who's going? Yeah. I mean, there are people, I guess. Who
There
do that.
are, yeah.
I like watching speedrunners too, who don't use. I guess what is it called? Gosh, what's the name? The computer assist thing.
Yeah, they go into it to find like the secrets. They use like a cheat assist. thing.
Right.
And right now, I just watched a video. They're trying to find a way to get to the end of the game, like by going like under the map and everything. And they haven't been able to figure it out yet. Maybe at the time this is uploaded, but like a bunch of speedrunners are trying to figure it out right now, and they can't.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the problem is, but
Yeah, I always like when they're trying to break the game and like that.
Yeah.
That's entertaining.
I don't even know how like you start with that. Like, how do you figure out like, okay, this is the spot where I can clip through the map, and then I gotta shoot this rock 2 times, which will then let me teleport across the map. What are you guys doing? Or what software do you have? I don't even know how you develop a software that figures out, oh yeah, you shoot this rock 2 times, you teleport to the other side of the map, and you beat the game.
I like the games whenever you're playing the actual game, and whether it be a first-person shooter or a racing game, and I'm like, okay, I think I can make this jump to
Yes.
go off the map, actually. And you do it.
Yeah.
And then you're like in the void for a while, and you're like, whoa, that's pretty cool. I like
Yeah.
those kind of things where you're not using a computer. You're figuring it out as you go. I did that for Mario Kart for Driver on PC. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
There's so many little things in Driver PC that I did. My friend Joey, who was on the show a while back, he was showing me how to get off the map on certain Halo levels, and I thought that was really cool. Like where you
Yeah.
have to throw a grenade, jump up, it blasts you onto a certain point,
Right.
and you had to like tiptoe to a certain other area. That was always cool. Yeah, dude, this was fun.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thank you, Adobe Radio, Nice Guy Digital, everybody else, Peyton, Alexandra, everybody. Sign up for YouTube. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Love you. Take care. And always remember to listen, think, and then talk.
Sorry, I'm going to keep it going. Sign up for YouTube?
Sign up for YouTube?
Yeah, what?
Subscribe?
Subscribe to YouTube?
Yeah. That's it.
Okay.
Sign up.
Sign up for YouTube?
It's the same thing.
Who doesn't have a YouTube account, Wesam?
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise doesn't. Sorry, Tom.
You-
Vote Tom for governor.
Tom
Not Cruise.
Cheney.
Tom
Cheney, not Tom Cruise.
Tom